We believe that Christmas time will be just as popular. So it is very important that if Aulani is somewhere you want to make home and visit frequently, it is going to be very important probably to have points there.
That's right. That brings up a phrase that members know all too well, and that's home resort priority. And if you think about it, members who own Aulani will be in the best possible position to reserve those busier times of year, especially when the kids are out of school.
Yeah, and speaking of the kids, we've been getting a lot of members that are very concerned this first couple of shows that, hey, this resort's not going to be kid-friendly. Because we're understanding a lot of Hawaiian resorts have a more of an adult appeal to them. But this resort's got everything. Again, we had the snorkeling lagoons out there. Just even to the restaurants are themed. There's going to be a quick service, a table service, even a fine dining. Even some character dining experiences. But even the spa is kid-friendly. Okay? Because you don't think of a spa for kids, right? We're going to have full-service spa treatments now, not only for adults, but for tweens and younger as well. And I think it's ironic, isn't it, is that we have one little child who's very excited over here.
I know. Yes, she said.
And I think it's ironic that actually the name Aulani, you know, you heard Joe say that Aulani in the Hawaiian language means place that speaks to great ones, place that has deep massages.
No, Dave, it's deep messages, not deep massages. Speaks of deep messages.
You know, thinking about it now, it does make more sense. Anyway, the Cape Topper here is going to be Auntie's Beach House. Okay, this is actually a house right on the resort. It's going to have for supervised kids programs, interactive programs. But the neatest thing I heard is about Auntie's. It's a movie theater that actually rains on command. They actually play movies when it rains. Okay, and so only at Disney do we have it.
Because it is the drier side of the island, so it must be magic that happens.
Yes.
And you know what, parents, think about Auntie's Beach House. How cool is this going to be? You can have the kids go there fully supervised, and then just the two of you can go and have a romantic dinner at the beachside fine dining restaurant, have a glass of wine, have a bottle of wine. You don't have to drive anywhere. Kids are taken care of. I think it'd be a great, great evening. Now, if you've ever been to one of our shows before, one of our events, you might have heard us talk about the concept of destination points versus network points. And what it is, if you've not heard it before, it's a very simple, easy way to figure out if you're looking to upgrade your membership and add on more points, which resort should you add them on that? Because you have many, many choices now. So very simply, if you are the type of person, if a particular resort, if their amenities and their theming and their location is critical to the enjoyment of your vacation, and if you want to go back there again and again, then you are what we call a destination traveler. And you should add on the points at that resort. Good example is Aulani. Those of you sitting there thinking, I want to go to Hawaii on a regular basis. Whether that be every year, every other year, every third year, you should add on the points there at Aulani so you have that home resort priority, which we know is going to be critical. But if, on the other hand, you're buying more points to do lots of different things, maybe you want to visit all the Disney Vacation Club resorts, maybe you want to use the member getaways around the world, maybe you want to take a cruise, then you're a network traveler, and your strategy for adding on points might be very different. Now let me stop there for a minute and ask you, how many of you have been on a Disney cruise? Let's see. Oh, lots of you.
Wow.
And who would like to go on a Disney cruise? There's all the hands in the
Wait a second
house.
now. What about who's never been on a Disney cruise?
Never?
Okay, I can't really see. Can you raise your hand a little bit higher? Take your hand and smack. They're waiting for it. It's kind of a big deal around here. It kind of runs the place. You know, my boss. But, well, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you give a big round of applause and help me welcome out Mr. Mickey Mouse.
Hi, pals! Hope we're having a good time tonight, dude!
Tim, where's Mickey?
Okay, I don't know. I don't know where Mickey is, but this is my Mickey tribute costume. Thank you. I worked minutes on it. Yeah. Yeah. And so just am I not good enough for you? What's going on there? Okay, just deal with it. I think this is perfect, by the way. Thank you. Please hold it to the end. Yeah. Well, so tell us about your special offers.
Maybe before we get into the special offers, maybe we should tell you maybe what the price of the resort is. Okay, so $114. Now this is pre-construction pricing. We've already announced, okay, here just a couple days ago when we started selling Aulani, that the price goes up November 1st. The price goes up November 1st. So this truly is pre-construction pricing. And you also might have jotted down here, Aulani we said opens up next fall. Okay, but it is good till 2062. So you will actually still receive 50 years of points. Okay, so 114, the annual dues are actually going to come in at $4.31 a point. That's actually lower than the Animal Kingdom villas. It's actually lower than Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. So we're very, very excited. Now, for members that have never added on before, and actually show of hands, who's never added on to the membership before? Who's added on more than 3 times to the membership? How about more than 5 times? There's an addiction class at the end. But when members add on, there's no closing cost. Okay, you're automatically approved for our preferred financing. Okay, and if that's one of your questions you have at the end of the show, that's why you want to sit down with us. I think you'll be shocked at really how affordable this is.
And we want to tell you it's been such a pleasure to be with all of you. Have you guys learned a lot about Hawaii?
Yes.
Yeah, you excited?
Yes.
Good, I hope so. Now, I have to say that Mickey told me he had a really great idea. He wants to have a pa'ina. Now, if you don't know what a pa'ina is, in Hawaii we call it a pa'ina. You probably call it a party. Who wants to party with Mickey tonight? That sounds great, right? Well, we are so happy that you are now part of a true Hawaii, and definitely part of our ohana, which means?
Family!
Family! You're already learning the language. I love that. And don't forget, at Aulani, we want to leave you with one wish. E kumu mai, no kahale. Come inside. The house is yours. Aloha!